Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to have a chat about what you should make sure you do before the end of the 8th anniversary. So make sure that you follow this list because the next celebration will be very short and we'll head into the worldwide celebration. So finish the Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash. Even if you've done it once, you do get increased rewards from the repeat clears, so make sure that you finish it. It's only up for a short period of time longer, only 3 more days, so it's good to make sure that you get it done. It's obviously great rewards if you haven't done it, and if you haven't done it first time, make sure you try and clear it. I do have a guide on how to do so. The next event that we're going to be concerned about are all of these story events. Now, there are events which will not come back for a while, and there are events that will come back later on. Now, the events that won't come back are ones like Learn with Goku, which is a very easy 30 stones. Make sure that you clear that. And the Dragon Ball Opening Medley. This one's also quite a sizable chunk of stones, around 16. And again, you want to make sure that you clear this event. It's not going to be back for a very, very, very long time. Same with the Majin Soul Reborn, the Super Warrior missions, and the Super Warrior Rivals, both of which, or all 3 events, which will take a while to come back, and obviously the Extreme Z area that they're associated with. When I say a while, I mean a couple months, so make sure that you do them now while you can. Next, we have the other story events. Now, for the most part, these events come back infrequently, but also these events can be accessed from the Portal of Memories. So it's not as urgent to do them. However, I would suggest that you look at doing these Super Strikes if you can, as they're a great source of stones. And I would also suggest that you take a look at possibly doing some of these story events, especially the Majin Buu Resurrection one, the most fearsome Majin Buu, as this one drops chocolate candies. Not only are all 3 units pretty decent, as a free-to-play Goku family units, but the chocolate candies can also get you Elder Kais, so I highly suggest you do so. Next we have obviously the growth events. Now, the growth events have some very specific ones. I'm looking at 2 major ones. So if you haven't been doing the Dream It Technique event, I'm sorry, but you're running out of time to really kind of benefit from this. If you have done it, try and make sure you can fit another one in, or remember to do it so you can grab as many keys as possible. Even if you haven't done it before, even if you just do it now as a brand new player, you still get 2 keys, and those keys are very helpful. Next we have the Power of Wishes EX Skill Orb event, and this is a pretty great event. It nets you huge skill orbs that you can use later on. Outside of that, most growth events are pretty standard ones. The only one to really highlight is the Hidden Potential Orb event, as this one is currently up and allows you to take it on every single day, which can net you some really good Hidden Potential Orbs. If you're looking to use some stamina, I highly suggest doing this, especially as a new player or a slightly returning player. You're going to need the resources. Next, in terms of the events, we're looking at the Extreme Z battles. The Extreme Z battles are 6 that have come out during the course of this anniversary, and these will also be going away for a while. Now, these ones won't be accessible in the Portal of Memories, and it will be a while before they return back, so I highly suggest that you go and take a look and finish them as quickly as possible. I have a guide on how to complete all of them, so hopefully that should be able to help you. And yeah, obviously there's a great benefit to doing so. So I highly suggest you go and take a look at doing that. Now let's talk about the challenge events. Now the challenge events are pretty straightforward. A lot of them are actually permanent. So outside of the Dokkan events, the Ultimate Speed Battle, the Spirit Bomb Technique Challenge, the Shadow Dragons event, and the 8th Anniversary Battle event are all permanent. So you can tackle them whenever you want. The new IDBH history is permanent. So nothing really here that you need to worry about too much in terms of like benefits or anything. A lot of these events aren't going to go away. Some of them will be briefly down for maintenance, because some of them obviously have the theme songs playing, and those will be going away on the 17th of August. So there will be some maintenance done to them, but it'll only be a brief period. So all of these events will be available continuously. So there's nothing really to focus on. Obviously I suggest that you do them as quickly as possible, but there's no real rush here. So there's no major thing to do here. The only one is the Extreme Z area that we've already mentioned, because it's obviously tied to characters that'll be going away for a while. So outside of that, there's not too much. Special mention though to the red zone, as the red zone has currently got its limiter removed. So you can attempt the red zones as many times as possible. So if you're a player who hasn't cleared all the red zones, or maybe just enjoys them and enjoys taking them on with different teams, I highly suggest that you tackle them and basically try your best. It should be more than fine. You should have a couple team builds that I've provided, but yeah, it's a great time to take them on because there's no limiter. Now that we're done with the events, let's talk about the others, and those are burst mode. Burst mode is still currently up, and I highly suggest you try and get a high enough score. Not only are there missions that drop stones involved, but you can also grab tracks with them. Speaking of said tracks, we are also concerning ourselves with summons. So by the time this video is up, unfortunately the discounts will be over. You are going to want to consider starting to save for the worldwide celebration, and I'll talk about that and what's coming next in another video. But it is going to be your last chance to secure the anniversary units. The carnival banner units have the potential to come back quite soon, depending on how they treat them at the worldwide celebration. However, the anniversary units will probably only be back near the tail end of the year with the Tanabata celebration. So this is going to be your last opportunity to grab them for a while. Now, outside of that as well, there are also the tickets. We want to make sure that we use the tickets, so make sure that you use them during this period. They will expire, and you want to make sure that you utilize all of them, as well as if you have not participated in the friend premium summon, highly suggest you do that as well. Now, just to celebrate the end of the celebration, we're going to do a pull on the Gohan banner before we continue talking about the rest of the things you should focus on. But, ooh. Hey, some video luck. Here we go. If it was blue, it would be really cool because it'd be Gohan, but still. This is going to be an LR, and it's going to be Zamasu. I'll take that. That's my first dude. Really awesome. But yes, so you should be summoning. Now, if you cannot summon on the banner, then you do need to consider obviously doing single summons. So if you can't do a multi-summon, do singles. It's fine. Just use your tickets. Give yourself that final opportunity. And then the last thing you need to be concerned about in terms of the celebration is two things. Firstly, the music. So the tracks that you obtain from the medley challenge and from the burst mode are only going to be up temporarily. So those will be going away and replaced with a 8th anniversary remix. So keep your eyes out for that. And then of course the other thing is spending your currencies. So spend your Spirit Bomb energy and spend your 8th anniversary coins. You want to make sure that you can still get the resources and the rewards from them, and make sure that you spend your redstone. It's all super important, and you really want to make sure you spend them because you don't want to end up having them left over. I myself spent mine immediately after this video on Physical Freezer for some Kais and of course him, who I don't have. But that's going to be it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Bye.